I think that jazz business, I think that belonged to them Creole people. Of course, we do it lots of time. We do it, but you can't take something away from people what belong to them. They're saints. You can grab it and do what you can do with it, but it ain't gonna work right.
Well, Bill, don't you underestimate what you've contributed to jazz. Isn't blues sort of a seed of jazz? Wouldn't you say? How can there be jazz without the blues?
Well, to me, I'll tell you the truth for a fact. The way I feel about it, and people that was raised in the part of the woods where I came from, they feel the same way, and it hurts a lot of them too. But it don't bother me because I've been around the world and I know what's happening now. A lot of the people that it hurts, they don't know what's happening, but I do. But the thing about it is that those things was kept separate. If you was a blues player, you was a blues player. If you was a jazz player, you was a jazz player. See, and fact of business, this I do know, that the people in Mississippi and Arkansas and places like that, why the blues, the people that really sung the blues, they'd hire us to come to Louisiana to sing the blues because it wasn't no blues players there. And the people in Mississippi would hire the people from New Orleans, the Creole fellows, to come over to Mississippi to sing jazz because there wasn't no jazz players in Mississippi and Arkansas. Texas and them places like that, they didn't have no jazz in those days. They had to get jazz men from New Orleans because that's the only place there was. Of course, I know now that it's a lot of Mississippi Negroes and a lot of Arkansas Negroes can play jazz now, but they learned it from the people in New Orleans. Because I know for myself, we had what you call a ragtime bands. That's what we call them in Mississippi and Arkansas. We had those kind of bands. But we played the same song in three ways. We played in waltz time, we played in blues, and we played in ragtime. So it was the same song. It wasn't no different in the song. Just played fast, played slow. And people wanted to waltz, we played the same song.
Bill, what about the blues? Getting back to the root again, the blues. How do you write a blues? I mean, how do you get an idea for a blues song?
To write a blues, I don't know about writing other songs. I don't know about them, how you get to writing about that. But I know to write a blues, it don't take but one word. That's a title. That's all you need. See, if you would say a knife, take a pocket knife. That's just one thing. Well, how many things do you think you could do with that knife? You could clean fish with it, or you could trim your corns, or you could trim your toenails or your fingernails, or you could cut somebody's throat, or I've seen guys shave with them, pocket knives, you know. Well, there's so many things you can do with a knife, you know. Well, let's figure out that, and you got 5 verses, and that's the song.
In other words, you can take an object or a person.
Yeah.
And what that person or object meant to you.
A human being, you can look at them and look at the way their hair or their clothes, the way they wear their clothes, or the way they talk, or the way they walk. And if you notice all blues, that's in it.
Was Willie Mae a real human being?
Yeah. She's still alive today.
Who was Willie Mae?
Well, she was a girl that we admired a heck of a lot down in Arkansas. I first met her in a small place, small town, because I was transferred. I was cotton. I worked at compressed and pressing bales of cotton, making them small so we could load more of them in a boxcar and ship them to St. Louis and places like that, where the refineries was. And I met her, and at least they transferred me from one town to another to work in this little town, a compress. And that's why I first met her. When I guess she was around 16, 17 years old when I first met her, when I first saw her. And all the boys was trying to get a chance to take her to a dance or to some place every night, you know. And she was all right with us. And that's why and since that, I met her again. Since I started playing blues and things, I met her here in Chicago. And she's the same good-looking girl, and very smart and very intelligent and everything, and she's still liked by a lot of people, and everybody knows her. Very friendly, kind-hearted person. So I said I would write a blues about her. And that's the one that I wrote. I got a gal named Willie Mae, and she lives in the low land. I got a gal named Willie Mae, and she lives in the low land. Lord, the way I got that woman, all the clouds stole her from a man. All my life, baby, you know I've had to roam. All my life, baby, you know I've had to roam. Lord, just on the counter, be breaking up one poor man. Willie Mae, Willie Mae, Willie Mae, don't you hear me calling you? Lord, if I don't get my Willie Mae, there's no other woman. When I get to thinking about Willie Mae, cold chill creeps up and down my spine. When I get to thinking about Willie Mae, cold chills creeps up and down my spine. Lord, sometime I wished I was dead, but Willie Mae, you know I'm afraid to die. I'm gonna leave here, baby, now I'm going on down the line. I'm gonna leave here, Willie Mae, now I'm going on down the line. You know I don't do nothing here, Willie Mae, but grieve and cry. You know I don't do nothing here, Willie Mae, but grieve and cry.